We can get better at playing guitar solos by adding rhythmic phrases to the notes that we already know. In section 1 of this video, I will teach you what rhythmic subdivisions are and how you can use them in your solos. In section 2, I will show you how to create rhythmic phrases within the pentatonic scale that we already know. And the fun part, section 3, I will teach you how to improvise using these rhythmic phrases. Let's break it down. Okay, section 1, what are rhythmic subdivisions? And if you already know some of this stuff, move on to section 2 where we start creating rhythmic phrases within the pentatonic scale. So in most blues rock music, the time signature is 4/4 time, meaning there are 4 beats in each measure. And I have this metronome set at 86 beats per minute. And if we just play a note for each beat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that would be a quarter note. If we play an eighth note, there's 2 notes for each beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and what I really want to get across to you today is this triplet move with alternate picking here. There are 3 notes for each beat. Triplet, 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 trip. Triplet, 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 triplet. And just continuing on, this move right here can help you really create some great phrases within the pentatonic scale. So if we slow that down a little bit more, this triplet feel, this up and down alternate picking is what you really want to get down. You might have to do it just down picking at first. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then work on the alternate picking. That seems very basic, but that timing, locking into that triplet timing, is just a great way to play through the pentatonic scale. All right, so here in section 2, we will look at how to use these rhythmic subdivisions within the pentatonic scale. It will help us really create some great phrasing. 86 beats per minute, and that's what the backing track was too, and I'll leave a link for this great backing track that I used. So just 1 note per beat. 2 notes per beat. And again, that up and down motion with this alternate picking is a great way to practice getting locked into timing. You don't always need a metronome. It does hugely help, but even just keeping your foot tapping here. And build up speed from there. And a great exercise to work on these triplets, which are 3 notes per beat. Using 3 notes within the pentatonic scale and then working your way down the scale. But this, when you pick up speed with this type of subdivision, so this is a really good exercise. We're using the B minor pentatonic scale for these examples. If we just take right at the top of the scale here on the high strings, the 3 notes, alternate picking, and then go to the next note and go 3 notes down. The next note. And then once you have that motion down, this is such a great exercise here. And I'm accenting the beat. So I'm really accenting 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do 3 notes going low to high, but just going back and forth. Going to the next note. All within the B minor pentatonic scale. Check out this quick improv using these concepts with the B minor pentatonic scale. All right, so here in section 3 is where the fun starts. We can get better at playing our guitar solos by using and improvising with these rhythmic phrases. So let me break down some of these lick ideas I used. Really, I do a rake before I start playing a solo sometimes. And right here, this is a B note here. It'd be 19th fret is a B note on the E string, and I just hit the B and E strings here, and then go right to this first position, B minor pentatonic. Always be aware of where these root notes are. But we can just start right here. I have that, and for me, I use that. I might not have my hand going the whole time, but I'm thinking and feeling that triplet as I play this entire groove over this backing track, which I'll leave a link for. So that's just that 3 notes per each beat. To get that groove, use your alternate picking, mute all the strings within this, right in the B minor first position area. That's a triplet feel. Then working your way up the scale, full bend here on 9 of the G string. Then you can rake on 7 here on the B and E strings. Back to the B and then full bend on 10 of the B string. And then back to that root and 7th fret of the E string. And then you can continue with this, I call it a half sweep. You can bend, and then you go back up 2 strings with the upstroke. So downstroke, full bend on 10 of the B string, and then raking the E and B strings on the 7th fret with the upstroke. If you can see that on my right hand here, and you can also bend on the 10th fret of the E string and do the same thing, all within that B minor pentatonic scale. This is just a great thing you can add to your playing, and with almost any blues rock backing track, this type of lick works. Walk right down the scale. You can get away with a lot of different stuff as you improvise, as long as you have some rhythmic value, at least with some of your phrases. They're really locked into timing. You can use groups of different notes, 3s and 4s. How about 4s? That's all this up and down motion. So 10-7 on E, 10-7 on B, then repeating that, 10-7 on B, 9-7 on the G string, and then back to that root. And you can also add this little, I love this lick. So 9 on the G, and then doing that little half sweep. So downstroke on 9, and then on 7 of the B, 7 on the G with the upstroke. Back to the downstroke on this root note here in the 9th fret of the D string is this B. You can use your pinky or your 3rd finger. If I'm bending something, I'm probably going to use my 3rd finger a lot of times. And if you have this up and down triplet motion, and leaving space in between some of this stuff is a huge help with your phrasing. But if you go full bend on 10, and then hitting 7 here is the B note again, bending to a B, then you can pull down from 10 to 9 on a G string using that blue note there, and then hitting 7, and then keep bouncing back and forth to this bend. And then you can resolve it to the root note. Again, I'm using this triplet feel, this. You can use straight sequences like that too, like I showed you in the previous section. Groups of 4 and 3, and players use different groups of 5 and 6 also. I'm thinking of the rhythm, even though I don't even have a backing track or metronome going, I still am thinking of this rhythm. You will definitely get better at playing guitar solos if you start thinking about rhythm. Think about the rhythmic subdivisions, just the simple subdivisions that I showed you today. Use them within some simple groupings of notes, 3 and 4 groupings of notes, small phrases, pause, and go to another one. This is just a great way to play a guitar solo and to improvise. And it also is a lot of fun because you almost never run out of ideas because you're the pentatonic scale, you're flowing up and down it. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I hope to see you soon.